Now, this is a really, like, actually a problem I have, and I need to know how to get better at this, because I'm not a careless person.
She brought peanut butter to my house, and I'm allergic.
I think of other people.
You just don't think of me.
No.
My enemies have rested today because my friend picked up the assignment.
Welcome back to Cocktails and Counsel. Please, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Because I think I had a piece of pretzel right here. Welcome back to Cocktails and Counsel.
Okay, today we are making a cucumber pear nectar. We feel like it's very on brand for White Lotus, which we'll be talking about.
That's the vibe in here. It's the jungle.
What we'll need is, this is a pear nectar. We're using vermouth. We have a cute little sparkling soda. And then we actually need to muddle the cucumbers.
What we're making is a cucumber pear vermouth spritz.
Mm-hmm.
Crisp and elegant. Wait, do you want to try pineapple in there too? So, Marni has never seen a season of White Lotus. You do have to watch season 1 and 2. I'll rewatch 1 because I never actually finished 1.
Okay.
But 2 is really good, and Theo James is in 2.
Oh!
He does play an annoying character.
Wait, when he's in it? Wait, what the heck? Okay, we love Theo James, by the way. Theo James is actually one of my favorite white boys, right next to Dylan O'Brien. It's kind of like a reverse Oreo.
And the premise of the show is, I'm sure you got it after watching the first episode, but we're
Insane
both
white
watching
people?
season 3, and she just watched episode 1 last night. The premise is it's always taking place in like a beautiful, insanely expensive, nice resort, and the show follows like a ton of different storylines, but someone always dies. So it always starts off with the murder.
What murder?
I'm not sure if you've seen it online, people talking about it, but there's been a lot of controversy about season 3 because like they changed the theme song because it's known for a very cool theme song. Have you heard the original? It's known for this. It's good, right?
I know there's a Jersey Club remix to this.
Okay, I will say I don't actually remember it.
I actually clicked skip intro. And
I think I skipped it too.
I always love watching you pour the vermouth in, honestly.
And it's all cold, so I don't know if we need ice.
Okay.
I feel like... Okay, we're gonna do 3 because I feel like we always have less than we need.
I love that you're such a loose pourer. I'll just put as much as my heart feels. So we actually put our own spin on it because we threw the pineapple in there. This is a perfect White Lotus vibe drink.
For the season finale of White Lotus, we're gonna go to Turks and Caicos and watch it there.
Oh! If the planes, you know, stay in the sky. Does it look cute? Does it look aesthetic? Mm-hmm. Not gonna lie, that sound is crazy. Do not blast that at 100 volume. That's all I'm saying. We have a strawberry kiwi sparkling. It's just a fruity drink, honestly.
It's very fruity today. I feel like we're gonna love this one. It's like when you're at a restaurant and your friend, the camera eats first.
Cheers. Wow. Holy, that is so good.
That is really good.
So light, so refreshing. What? Let's talk White Lotus. Okay,
guys.
guys.
You have so many thoughts?
I have so many thoughts. First of all, when Zion was doing the meditation at the very beginning, and then Trisha was like, no, stay down. And then she dipped. She booked it. Like, she left him there. And I'm like, aren't you supposed to care for the guests?
I also felt like they did the gunshots so realistic. Because it sounded like it was this, like, faint. You know, when you hear gunshots in movies, you always hear, like, loud.
Yeah.
They did a good job.
It was like, and I thought Zion had PTSD. I thought he was hearing that in his head, and I'm like...
I also feel like I was waiting for a jump scare. That whole scene, I was like, I knew something was going to happen because it was too quiet. And I was like, what's going on?
It's beautifully done, the whole gunshot thing. Like, that was crazy. That was such an American comment. Like, oh yeah, the gunshots are beautiful. Who says that? Who said, please end me? Oh my God. When he went into the water, oh my God, and he started splashing loudly. I'm like, where are you going? Like, I'm like, do you want to be found?
I didn't even think about how fast he was splashing.
I was like, do you want to be found? He was shh. I'm like, I will never survive with him in the quiet place. Like, he was moving.
I don't know if that was the right approach. He wanted to run back to find his mom, but he just like...
He found the Buddha statue and then prayed to it and then started cursing at it immediately after.
He did?
Yes.
Oh my God, I didn't remember that.
Yes. He was like, please make sure my mom's okay. And then you hear... And then he's like, and he started make sure my mama okay. He is really the perfect example of I'll pray to any god that's listening because
they haven't introduced him yet though.
But we know he is the son of the black woman who's staying at the hotel.
That's who he is?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. She's actually in the other seasons. So what they do is they have recurring characters, but they're not like connected to the last season.
So there is a family with the 2 sons and the 1 daughter. That woman's on Valium. I said she is on something. The way she's like, yeah, and they're going to Duke, and he's going to Duke, and he actually got accepted, and they're all going to Duke. And I'm like, lady, who asked?
First of all, this show does such a good job of making really, really hateful, like, white male characters. Such a good job. Oh my god, masterpiece. Mm-hmm. But it was really weird because I started questioning whether he was siblings with the girl. Because he kept being weird with her.
He was weird with her.
Yeah. Well, the thing about, like, not sleeping in the same bed, and I'm like, that's not...
He's like, you guys don't have the same genitals or something. I was like, what?
But then he did a few other things that he brought up to her. To the other brother that were, like, weird. That I was like, this guy's kind of incestual.
I
didn't get the vibe. I was like, are y'all actually siblings?
There's Locke and Saxton, I think, which are the 2 brothers. Mm-hmm. I don't remember the sister's name. And I think Locke is, like, on the spectrum or something.
The younger one?
Yeah. Like, you can see him struggling in social situations, especially when he's pulled in 2 directions. Like, and he just doesn't... And then the moment... I'm jumping around, but the moment when he was like, oh, how am I supposed to, jerk off here with you in the room? And then he went into the bathroom, but the bathroom door was open, and I was like... With the door open, literally for a brief second, I was like, are we watching Game of Thrones? Are we watching House of Dragons? What is this? Because Locke was in the bed looking at him, like, in the mirror, and then Saxton, like, saw and realized, and then just closed the bathroom door shut. So it's like, what is happening?
Dynamic. I cannot wait to find out what is up with that family dynamic.
I wonder if the 2, the boy and the girl, Locke, who I think is on the spectrum, and the girl, if they're twins. I think they're twins.
I will say
they're very much Pete and Pod.
But the scene where they all flew all the way out there for the daughter's thesis,
right?
And she hadn't even scheduled to meet with the Buddha. Was that what it was? Mm-hmm. Was it the Buddha? Is that not the Buddha?
She was supposed to be
with
the
Buddha, the monk or something like that, right? But the dad's like, you didn't even schedule to make sure it was like we could do it, and she's like, he's not going anywhere. Oh my god, I actually hated her.
I actually got so annoyed at that. I'm like,
what do you mean? Maybe he's unavailable.
Is he alive? Like, where?
What would you do if he was unavailable? It's so crazy.
Okay, here's the thing. I am not too much of a planner, but like something like if I'm specifically going to a country for one thing, like I'll make sure at least that one thing is done. Everything else, like I may book my accommodation a week before, okay? I may also book the flight a week before, but I'm gonna make sure that what I'm going to do there is booked. If you were wondering, yes, I am the B-type friend. Honestly, things typically work themselves out, so like, why worry? It'll all fall together eventually. Oh, I had made a note. I said, so actually 3 characters so far are not mentally sane. The wife, who is definitely, well, we found out she was on Lorazepam, I think. And then...
Oh, I thought she just had a lobotomy, to be honest. That's the vibe she was giving.
Wait, let's talk about the group of 3 friends. I think there is a lot happening there.
But there is the main one who is the celebrity, the one that is obsessed with the celebrity, and then the one that feels inadequate.
Yep.
So that's how we're going to go with them. Obsessed, celebrity, inadequate.
Yeah. You know how they say, oh, like trios of like friendships never work. There's always 2 that are closer.
That is absolutely true, and it's been my experience in every single trio I've ever been in.
That's pretty much the dynamic that's happening with them. And she...
You see, I was going to do it.
We're not calling her inadequate, but
she feels inadequate.
That's what she... Like, she would just drink their drink and then watch them, like, yapping. And it seems like the other 2 are constantly like, oh my god, your kids are so great. Oh my god, your life's so great. You accomplished so much. And the other friend doesn't seem to have done as much, or maybe her friends aren't recognizing what she's done.
I also felt she just took it too deep. It wasn't that
She was
deep.
She
started screaming when she was alone, right?
She literally broke down for 5 seconds and was like, okay.
Who cares? It's like...
I was like,
I don't know. I don't get it. Because maybe it's because she's known them since she was so young that she feels like it's like a parent's, like impressing her parents, like getting validation from them. Mm-hmm. But I was like, this is not that deep. Just make new friends. I don't understand. But I thought it was kind of hilarious when the other 2 were like, they were literally just like complimenting each other. You're so beautiful.
That's what I was thinking of.
So good. And then she was like, is no one
Gonna
gonna
call? Yeah, she was just there like.
You know what it
drink,
reminded
like-
me of? You know what scene it reminded me of? It was like a literal replica of a scene. Oh my god, it just got dark. From Sex in the City, when all of them are telling each other. Not Miranda's there, Carrie, Charlotte, and how did I forget the queen's name? The queen, you know which one? They're all literally sitting there telling each other, "Oh, I would sleep with you. I would sleep with you. You're so beautiful. I would sleep." But no one says it to Miranda. Miranda's like, "Does anyone want to sleep with me?" And that scene cracked me up. But then when they were being coy about what work they had done, they're like, just the basics.
Yeah, they're like, just the maintenance.
And I'm like, what is that though? Tell us. I want to know. I want to know what you consider to be. I feel like Botox is the basics.
Yeah. So like, she's gonna snap on the trip. She is 100% gonna snap.
They're setting it up for her to be the killer. To be honest.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, I said how the show is just cinematically beautiful. Like, at any point you can screenshot and it would be a perfect screensaver. Like, it is just that gorgeous. And I was like, oh. Can we briefly talk about how these apps don't let you screenshot when you're watching a show? Like, damn, okay, I get not screen recording, but screenshot? Like, do you think I'm really gonna sit here and snap 30 frames per second? Be so for real right now. There's also this dynamic. At the beginning of the episode, there is a couple, and the guy who is smoking on the boat with the other girl, and her, the one with the tea.
Girl.
Yeah, the ditzy girl. I thought she was like pretty much an airhead, like Ditzy. But she's also very self-aware. There was this moment in the episode when she said, "Oh, just like you to be a victim of your own decisions," and I was like, "Ooh,
Write that down. Write that down.
ooh."
Wait, she said that to the guy?
She said that to the guy when they were in their villa, and he was like pissed off. He was mad at something. When she said that, I was like, "Whoa." Okay. Just like you to be a victim of your own decisions. And it's because the boyfriend was mad that the owner's husband was not there at the property. Because it seemed like he had some type of business proposition or something that he wanted to talk to with the owner's husband.
And the guy didn't know that.
And he didn't know she wasn't there. So that's why she was like, that's why he dragged them there.
Yeah, but I don't think he had planned it with the guy. He was just hoping he would see him.
He was hoping, yeah. And that's why they went there. And then he wasn't there. He was mad. And she was like, just like you to be a victim of your own decisions. Because he's taking it out.
She ate with that.
She
really
ate
did.
with that. I was like, damn, girl.
The girl, okay, so she's at the bar and this other girl.
I was just going to talk about that. Here you go.
Okay, so they like get along, right? But that girl, was she with her boyfriend there? Her boyfriend was that older man?
Yep.
I feel like they didn't really introduce them much.
No. But
okay,
but she
I
also
was bugging out. I was like, is that? Okay.
But that moment also gave us something really good, and she was like, "Oh, that's what we call LBHs, losers back home."
I put that in my notes. I said
literally
LBH is the same thing as passport, bro.
Oh,
Losers back home.
Losers back home.
Especially Thailand. That's their favorite place to go.
Like,
Top 5 places for sex tourism.
Oh.
So that's what she means by losers back home. You know what I had to talk about? Valentine. They introduced Valentine. They're like, Valentine, the girls love him because he's pretty to look at or something.
Oh, yeah. Valentine was...
He is a character in my favorite show, The Last Kingdom.
Ooh.
He's Citric from The Last Kingdom, which at first I was like, wait, what? I was like shocked. But I've never seen him in anything else. I've only ever seen him in The Last Kingdom, so I was so excited to see. I was like, he's finally in something
I actually
else.
also have a moment on this. The one, you remember the dynamic with the 3 siblings?
Mm-hmm.
The girl, the woman, she's the main character in Cruel Intentions, the remake.
The remake, like a recent one remake?
Yeah, the recent
that.
remake of Cruel Intentions. Her name is like Myrtle or something, like her last name, and she's the top HBIC, okay? She is so good. And I was like, oh my god, she's in there. Not me just realizing she do weird family stuff in Cruel Intentions, and then also here, her family a little, not her getting typecasted, that's crazy. She was so meek and mild in White Lotus, and I'm like, girl, this is not you. You run this shit. Like, you should be...
the scene where the family was there, and there was a fruit, and the woman was like, don't eat the fruit because it'll kill you.
Yeah.
And he was like, What is
That's
that setting
suspicious.
up? What is that setting up for us?
Like,
because I don't think he's gonna eat it himself.
right.
He didn't seem suicidal.
He's just thinking I could bring it back home to get other people.
Or like when he was flirting with the girls, and he's like, "It's a numbers game, bro," and I was like, "Oh, shut up!"
Right? Just
You're
like,
just like, trying to stroke your own ego.
He is so.
Also, he's Allison's brother from Pretty Little Liars. Have you seen Pretty Little Liars?
Yeah, I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to say, the last setup about who could potentially be the killer.
Mm-hmm.
So the dad of the three
kids?
siblings
Okay.
call from the New York Wall Street Journal, whatever, and it was asking about his friend Kenny, and he was like, oh, we wanted to like write a story about it, blah blah blah, and he immediately calls Kenny after, and he's like, yo, like what's going on? Wall Street Journal is calling about this, blah blah blah. And he's supposedly doing something with the government of Brunei. Now we flash back to the dad in bed, and he's worried. Like, you can see it on his face. He is caught up in something between him and Kenny and the company, whatever company that they were working on together. Because he lied to the Wall Street Journal journalist saying, oh, he hasn't talked to Kenny in like 4 or 5 years. He doesn't know what happened to him. And then immediately after, he calls Kenny, be like, yo,
they're looking for you.
They calling me about this, like, blah, blah, like, what's going on?
You see, I would say, like, that sets him up for a shooting himself sort of situation.
So, yeah.
But there's gunshots in episode 1 were kind of, like, a lot. Like, it wasn't, like, one.
Right. I guess next time we'll talk about maybe another clump of episodes. Maybe we'll, like, watch more.
We'll watch, like, a couple, like, 3, and then we'll do it, and then we want to do
Love is Blind, yeah.
We want to do Love is Blind. Or get you to watch Love Island.
Wait, I thought they were the same thing.
No. Love is Blind is the American show where they're like in rooms, and it's really, really popular. But the most recent season, they have an abuser on it, which is why I don't kind of want to watch it.
Oh.
Love Island. I wish I got you to watch it a month ago because it was so good. Love Island is so good. But what I do think, although it is a year later, the last season of the USA Love Island
is still the best.
Not better than the UK seasons, but it's really good. Have you seen the PPG they call themselves?
What's PPG?
Is it PPG?
That's like Powerpuff Girls?
Yeah, PPG. The trio, Leah, Serena, and Janae.
Powerpuff Girls, yeah.
These girls, she's like in the show, they're so fucking good. But this one's my favorite. And she is dating, she's like matched up with Odell Beckham Jr.'s little brother on the show. And he's so cute. And just such a good show. There's a guy on it the one that she's with is this, I'm not even, you'll forget by the time you watch it. But she's with this kid who's a Dominican from the Bronx. And I'm like, yes, it's so good. And
the Bronx.
And while we were watching it, everyone at my job was literally filling out an application for me to go on. They're like, you have to go on the next season. 70 questions. They filled it all out. They were like tagging me in it. They were like, Rivera, please check this. Because it was asking even like family trauma. And they were like literally writing made up stuff. And then they were like tagging me in it and like, please confirm this is correct. And I'm like, no. I didn't finish the application because it required a video. And I was like, I'm not doing this. We have to decide. We're going to think about it. Either the most recent season of Love is Blind. I haven't been seeing so much talk about it, though. I will say that. And usually there's a lot of like chatter.
So maybe people are, like, staying away from it because...
When's the next season of Love Island USA? Because Love Island UK just finished.
Well, till next time, I don't know what we're going to talk about, but probably more White Lotus and, like, other shows as well.